Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
May I know your name, please?
Yeah, I'm Prashant here.
Hey, may I know how long you've been working with CFC?
Now it's been like 5 years.
Okay, that's great. So to my knowledge, receptionists are one of the functional benefactors and one of the main operational roles in the system.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Okay. This interview carried out the questions which formulate requirements for the CFC system.
Okay, so you are the developer guys.
Yes, we are part of the team.
Okay, it's nice to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you too. So my first question will be, do you face any difficulties in the current standard system in CFC?
Yes, of course, we do face many difficulties because it's being a traditional system and everything we have to do manually.
Yeah.
So it's a big headache for us.
So could you state a few of the difficulties you're facing right now with the current system?
Yeah, currently for this process we have employed like 5 staff. And for the entire day, like we get nearly about 500 patients. So for each one of them, we need to take records of their names, their age, and everything. So it takes lots of time. Also, in case of an emergency, it's like really hard to record the information. And also, like patients' information is also incorrect sometimes. So it's like really difficult for us to use this.
Thanks for the feedback of your current system. Do you think the status on that using an online application for the whole procedure would make it easy for CFC?
Yes, of course. I believe it will be like really helpful for us, and also we can reduce speed of the staff, especially. So one person or 1 or 2 person will be like more than enough to use the system. So it will be really helpful for our hospital.
Thank you. I'm going to pass over to my colleague here.
Okay.
Here is one. Yeah.
Hello.
First of all, like, what type of application support do you prefer? We have mobile-based system, online-based web systems, or desktop systems. So, what type of application support do you prefer?
Okay, like desktop system means just to install the computer and use it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be easy and cool. Yeah, that's good.
But your patients can log into the system and use the system from wherever and whenever they want, right?
Yeah, of course, it could be possible. Yes.
As my knowledge, that patients are using different types of mobile phones, like it can be either Android, it can be Windows Mobile, sometimes they don't have smartphones. So will it be easier for both of us and all of us in CHC if we could proceed with a web-based solution?
Okay, so if we go with that particular system, even patients can access the system from anywhere. Is that so?
If they have internet connection, they can access the system from wherever and whenever they want.
Okay, so yeah, that's good. We go with that.
Yeah, sure. And what do you do?
Okay, Rizwan?
Yes.
Yeah. What information should include in the patient registration form?
You mean like when we register the patient at the first time?
Yeah.
Okay, for the first time, normally how it works is like we do record their name, age, and also address, and also give a small note about their sickness.
Okay. So, what information should include in the patient's appointments?
Appointments also we go with the name and the age. That's it. But if you're like automating the system,
Okay.
I just want to know, will it be possible for us to like take the identity card and scan the card and get information from that particular scan? Is that possible?
Yeah, right? Yeah, we can do that.
So we can get their name, age,
Yeah.
and address and all.
Yeah.
That would be possible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. So we can go with that. If
Okay.
you could add that feature, it will like really helpful for us.
Right, okay, thank you. I go to Ladbida.
Mr. Iswan, how many patients is a doctor willing to see per day?
Well, Adhika, I can't like exactly say that, but I can tell you like we have around 20 doctors per day, and each doctor get around 50 patients. So like around 600, 700 odd patients per day.
It's a
Okay, this one. What type of automation do you need, like for receipts and prescription and records and history? So you want to print those stuff now? So can you prefer some automation systems?
Yeah, currently when the patient comes, they give a number token. So if you can automate it and if you can print a token from your system, it will be really easy and helpful. Also, if someone, let's say, patient wants to see their history or the doctor wants to know a patient history, so if they could print a patient history to the system, that also will be very useful. So I would ask for those two solutions.
Okay, we will work on that. So, Pundu?
Yes, Mr. Rizwan, thank you so much for the interview, for the opportunity to have an interview with you, and thank you for all the feedback, for all the new ideas you've given us, and yeah.
All right, I would like to suggest one more thing.
Sure.
Now we are going to scan their information using the identity card, right?
Yes.
So with those information, can we maintain a patient history record using a card? Each patient is given a unique card. So whenever they come to hospital and if they carry the card, it comes, so we can simply scan it and we get to know about all the history of this patient. Will it be possible?
You mean like a magnetic card, right?
Yes, of course, exactly, yes.
Yeah, we can arrange something like that. First, we have to talk with the management plus the developing team, and then we can arrange something like that.
Okay, if so, you do that because it will be really useful for us.
Yeah, sure, we will try on that. And thank you very much for your support. Have a good day.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you. Bye. Is this Dr. Pundu?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Dr. Pundu, I'm Rizwan here representing from ABC Development Company. And I believe my development team is right there with you now.
Yes, they are here.
Okay, doctor. So we are here to take a short interview about the system we are going to develop in the hospital.
Okay.
So do you have time for it?
Yeah, of course, I do.
Okay, thanks a lot, doctor. So I'll start off with the question. So I just want to know whether do you face any difficulties in the current system that is being employed in the hospital?
Yeah, of course. The current system is kind of is on its way to getting obsolete, and most of the work is being done manually. So yeah.
So doctor, I would like to know, is there any specific difficulties that is faced by yourself? I mean, as a doctor, as a hospital.
Well, as a doctor, most of the time I'm getting allocated more patients than I can handle per day. That's really stressful at the end of the day for me, and I'm sure it's the same for all of the other doctors as well. And the room allocation system is, well, it's done manually and like the rest of the system, and it's really hard for the doctors. Those are just from the top of my head.
Okay, doctor. And also, we have a plan to develop this system in 3 ways, like mobile application or desktop or a web application.
Okay.
And I believe you are aware of what these systems are. So in that case, which system you would like to go with?
The hospital is already using desktops, so I'd say I prefer desktops for the other systems.
Okay, desktop is okay, doctor, but no harm in that. But what we suggest is this system even can interact with patients. The patients can interact with systems and they can make their own appointments to the doctors.
Okay.
So in that case, we suggest why not go with a web application that will be easy for patients to access from their home or basically anywhere. They don't need to come to hospital to make an appointment. What do you think about it?
Well, I think that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I didn't think of that earlier, so yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay, thanks a lot, doctor. And I'll pass the opportunity for my colleague to ask the question, who is right there with you now.
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Pundu, first of all, I will get some stats about the CHC system. So, how many patients do you consult per day? rough number?
Roughly around 60, 65, but that's also beyond my limit.
Then how long does it take to examine one patient?
That depends on their condition actually. But if you are looking for numbers, I can give estimately per patient, I'd say 10 minutes.
And how would you think that there should be? Do you think that there should be a limit for you or for any particular doctor of the patient number of patients that they do?
Of course, as even right now, most of actually all of the doctors are seeing patients beyond their limit. Like seeing 60 patients per day is kind of really stressful for the doctors, and it's quite next to impossible. But still, we do it, and yeah, we prefer if we could get some number which makes us more comfortable.
So we look.
Okay, doctor. How does the room allocation work in the current procedure?
Well, in the current procedure, there's the doctor's room and the specialist room. The specialist room consists of the standard equipment used in a hospital.
Okay. Does the system need to store prescriptions and doctor notes?
Of course, in the current system, we are doing it manually. Like we are writing it on notes, and but that's really inefficient because notes could get misplaced, and those kind of things would happen. And yeah.
Okay. After how long does the patient can request to repeat the prescription?
Well, it's basically after we usually give a time period for the patient to have for one specific prescription.
Okay.
After that time period is passed, they can request for another prescription.
Okay. I also
Does repeating prescription need doctor's approval?
Of course, I don't think any doctor will allow for any patient to repeat the prescriptions without their approval. It's it's how usually things work with every doctor. So.
For how long does the system need to store patient's history?
Well, I'd say as long as they could. A patient could come today, and the same patient could come in a year or two with the same disease. So, having their records, having their previous records would help us a lot.
Okay, can you suggest any automation system like print receipts, print prescription, print patient records and history?
I'd say automating those systems would help not just the doctors, it would help the receptionists and all of the staff quite a lot. And it's gonna make things easier for us and make things faster for us than the normal system.
So, Dr. Kumru, how often system should send notification about checkups and vaccination?
As soon as possible. I'm not comfortable with allowing patients to put off their due dates for vaccinations, repeat prescriptions. It's not good. It's not good for them, and it's not good for us. It's not good for our reputation as well. So I'd say as soon as possible.
Okay, are there any more expectation from a new system?
Well, the current registration system is based on manual writing, and it's really inefficient, in my opinion. I'd say using a card like a magnetic card would be for the magnetic card for the patient. It would make things really easy for the receptionist and the patient as well.
Okay. So, Mr. Islam?
Okay, doctor, thanks a lot for your busy schedule. We know how busy you are, and in between those busy schedule, you gave us a time to interview you, and I'm sure my team is 100% clear with your requirements. Also, we guarantee you that we'll bring you a best system so that, very happy, and your staff also will find it really easy using. So, thanks a lot, Dr. Kundru.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Kundru, see you some other time then.
Thank you. See you.